Check mic, 1, 2, 3. Check mic, 1, 2, 3. We are just doing a test right now to make sure our audio is working. I want to welcome everyone in. Pretty soon we'll be starting the Centerville Bulldogs and the Homer Pelicans. They'll begin shortly. We're just checking out audio right now. Check mic. Check mic. Check mic, 1, 2, 3. We are just testing. Check mic. Check mic, 1, 2, 3. We want to make sure our audio is clear for you. Tonight, Brian Prodich, along with my son, Benjamin Prodich. He'll be manning the camera tonight. Of course, we are live here from Centerville, Louisiana, the Centerville Bulldogs. Back in a moment, folks. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Brian Prodich along with Benjamin Prodich, and we are live here from Centerville, Louisiana. It's the LHSAA playoffs. It's round 2. Their opponents, the Homer, I should say. I want to say Homa, but it's the Homer Pelicans. They come in with a record tonight of 5-5. And in District 5-2. Away, they're 2-3. Now Centerville comes in tonight 8-2. They're 3-2 in district, 4-1 at home, and 4-1 away. When we look at these two teams, there's going to be some keys to the game. What does Centerville have to do to win? Basically, just don't make mistakes. But we're looking at them having to stop pretty much the star running back for this Homer Pelican team, Star Thomas. His name's actually Star. They're going to have to try and contain him. He likes to bounce outside a lot, and that's what the Centerville Bulldogs are going to have to do here tonight. Shut Thomas down, and they're on their way to the third round of the playoffs. Centerville last week, they had a bye, so they're very well rested coming in to this game this evening. Once again, I'm Brian Prodich along with Benjamin Prodich, and we are live here from Centerville, Louisiana. The Homer Pelicans making the trip down here to South Louisiana, and it was a long trip for them. Just in case you don't know where Homer is, I believe that's north of I-20 and just to the east of Shreveport, Louisiana. So they made the long trip. Now, what happens to Centerville if they win here tonight? They're going to go to North Louisiana themselves. They're going to have a long trip going up to Oak Grove should they win this game tonight. And that is about a 5-hour drive, as that is just to the northeast of Monroe. Let's go to the national anthem. And there you have the national anthem, a beautiful rendition there as we are just about ready to get underway in this second round of the LHSAA High School Football Playoffs. Brian Prodich along with Benjamin Prodich, and the Louisiana High School Athletic Association welcomes everyone to the 2019 All-State Sugar Bowl State Football Playoffs. So we want to welcome everyone in. We want to thank the Louisiana High School Athletic Association as well, as we've been in touch with them pretty much throughout this entire week. It's been a lot to get this on, and we were kind of delayed in our announcements. But we're here, folks. We're here. We'll be all ready for some high school football here tonight in Centerville. Looking at Centerville, Tyler Gunner. He's the big running back for the Bulldogs, averaging 120 yards per game. Gosmeyer, the quarterback. And, of course, when you look at total yards per game, Gunner is leading the Bulldogs as well with 130 total yards per game for the Centerville Bulldogs. Defensively, you look at Marty Frederick, and Marion Chapman. Those are the two big guys here for you tonight that's going to get it done for the defense. The entire defense will. I don't want to leave anyone out. Those are the two guys. You look at Frederick averaging about 7.5 tackles per game, and that's a pretty decent number right there. Now you'll notice something different about our broadcast tonight for this game. We will not have the commercials. There'll be no commercials in tonight's game. And so that's something that you'll notice that's different. So when we do go to a break, you're not going to hear anything. As they're going through the coin toss right now, we spoke about Gunner, but when you look on the other side, Star Thomas, they are really going, the Homer Pelicans are really going to depend upon them, or that young man here tonight. And of course, we want to welcome everyone in to the LHSAA All-State Playoffs. I want to thank everyone too for contacting us and really showing your support for Centerville. And we just want to let everyone know it's not that we were never going to do the game. We just had to make sure we got the permissions and everything we needed to have in place before we came on over to Centerville. You can also watch the Assumption Mustangs as they take on the Westgate Tigers. That's a hot game tonight. You can watch that on KQKI.live or on our Facebook page or on Roku, Fire TV. We've got you covered. The Centerville Bulldogs, they are going to kick to the Pelicans, and that's Gilbo that is going to kick this ball away as it sits at the 40-yard line of Centerville. This is going to be a short kick that is going to go out of bounds. We'll have a flag. And the Homer Pelicans, they will play first down and 10 from, I believe it's the 35-yard line is where they will spot this. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what this Pelican team is going to do here early on, whether or not they're going to give it to Thomas or whether or not they're going to throw the football. They've got a quarterback that we watched him in warm-ups, and he was okay, but we'll have to see if they go ahead and use him a lot here tonight early on, or if they'll go ahead and get it cranked up or try to get it cranked up with Star Thomas, their running back, who is averaging just over 100 yards per game. Pelicans playing first down and 10 from their own 35. They'll give it. That was to Thomas, and he'll lose about 4 yards. And that was, well, they'll call it a loss of 2, and that'll make it second down and 12 for the Pelicans from their own 33-yard line. This game just underway, 11 and a half minutes. We are less than a minute into this football game. And we want to say hello to Arnold, who's watching. And they're looking to throw, and that is going to be incomplete. That was intended for Devontae Champ, the 6'4" sophomore. He's got almost a Randy Moss build. They tried to hit him, but that was going nowhere. The quarterback is Kidd. For the Homer Pelicans. And that will bring up a third down and 12 after that incompletion. So on third down and 12 from their own 32, Kidd looking to throw, will do so. And there's the flag. That is going to be interference. It was intended for number 5. We don't have a number on him, but that was Travis Billot on the coverage, and they are going to call interference here. Pretty sure of that, as Billot just got in there a little too early, and that is going to give the Pelicans a first down. I want to welcome everyone in watching. And it is now first down and 10. Pelicans have it at their own 48. They throw the football. It's complete. And that is going to be another first down to around the 40-yard line. So we were wondering whether we were going to see running to begin this football game or passing. We're seeing the passing, and I think that Ben is so that way they can go ahead and set that running game up and try to get Star Thomas in there to maybe use him a little bit later on, will the Homer Pelicans. And we had mentioned defensively what the Centerville Bulldogs had to do in the pregame, and they're going to have to they were able to stop that one run. Now they're going to have to go ahead and try to stop this passing. Here's the end around, and we're going to have another flag. I think that's a face mask. It was Xavier Webb on the end around. He lost one, but I think they're going to go ahead and get another first down, maybe holding. Let's wait and see. I thought I saw the helmet kind of kick back a little bit. It's going to be a block in the back against the Pelicans. So that's going to back them up. And it's going to be first and 23. For the Homer Pelicans. So the Pelicans have it on first down and at about 23 they'll give. That is going to be to Thomas, and Thomas making his way as he made his way across midfield down to about the 43, and that's going to bring up a second down and around 13. That was a gain of about 10 for Thomas.
Simpson in on the tackle for the Bulldogs. Pick him up about 10 yards. It'll be second and 15 for the Pelicans.
So it's second down, make it 14 now for the Pelicans. As the Centerville Bulldogs come up and make the stop. That was Camontavious Grant, 5'9", 170-pound senior for the Pelicans. That's going to be a loss of 1, and it brings up third and about 14. So the Pelicans looked pretty good early on here in this drive, and they kind of sputtered a little bit. We have 9:11 left to play here in the first quarter. One receiver to the near side. They have those trips set over to the far side. Looking to throw, will do so, and just overthrows. That was intended for Xavier Webb. On the coverage was the junior Travis Billot, and that was just way overthrown, and we saw that in warm-ups in the pregame. Kid just didn't quite look like he was on target in the pregame. I want to say hello to George as well. Welcome in, George. Welcome in, everyone watching. As the Pelicans, it's going to be fourth down. Forgive the scoreboard, folks. It's almost like a one-man band up here. Well, a two-man band. We got Ben on the camera, and that is going to be incomplete. So it will be a turnover on downs. Centerville will come out, and their offense goes onto the field. It is first down and 10 for the Bulldogs. They've got the ball at their own 44-yard line. Let's see what the Bulldogs can do here with 8:53 left to play in the first quarter. It's their first drive of the evening. Bulldogs come up to the line. Here's the give. And he is off to the races. That is Tyler Gunner, who came in averaging 120 yards, and he gets a good chunk of change right there. About 24 down to around the 31-yard line. And that's a first down for the Bulldogs. Just a nice run there by Gunner. And we've seen him pretty much do that all year long. Want to remind you that when we do take a break, you will not hear commercials. That is for this game only. And that is going to be Marty Frederick. He'll get it up the middle there and get about 6 yards. And that is going to bring up a second down and 4 for Centerville Bulldogs. They're out in that wing. We'll see Centerville, they'll do this all night long. Oh, there's a fumble, but it's picked up by Gunner. Good heads-up play by Gunner. Great job defensively by the Pelicans coming in and managing to kind of get that ball out of there. Gunner heads up. He went ahead, picked it up, and actually gained, didn't lose any yardage, so that is going to bring up a third down and 4. They are going to say he gained a yard, so that'll bring up third down and 3 for the Bulldogs. The ball spotted just inside of the 25-yard line of the Pelicans. We've got 7:26 left to play here in this first quarter. And here's Frederick. He's going to get about a yard. That's going to bring up fourth down. Going to be very interesting to see a 4th and about 2. That's going to be a long 2. But it is going to be a 4th and 2 for Centerville. And you can bet that Millet is going to go for it here. There's no way you're going to punt. I want to welcome in Paula as well. And they're going to throw the football, and it is going to be a touchdown for the Bulldogs. That was Gilbo on the reception. Traven Gilbo, the 6-foot, 160-pound senior for the Bulldogs. And what a nice throw by Gaspar. He threw it right in there, right where it had to be. And it is going to make it 6-0 Bulldogs here with 6:35 left to play in this first quarter. That was just a great pass there. As they try to go for the extra point, it's going to be Gilbo. Kick is on its way. That's a nice kick. It's up, and it is good. So we have got 6:35 left to play here in the first quarter. It's the Bulldogs 7, Pelicans nothing. It's high school football on the KQKI Digital Video Network. Welcome back here to Centerville, everyone. As the Bulldogs kick this one away, it's going to be taken in at the 10, up to the 20. 25-30, still on his feet across the 40-yard line and spun around. That was Xavier Webb on the return for the Pelicans. So Webb gets it up to about the 43-yard line before he's taken down there, and that is going to be a first down and 10 after the return by Webb for the Homer Pelicans. And we're going to have, I believe that was a penalty. Yeah, they're going to say holding against the Pelicans, and that is going to bring them back. And this is something that the Pelicans didn't, of course, it didn't want to do, but couldn't allow to have happen. Couldn't allow this to happen if they want to go ahead and make a game of this one. They bring trips to the near side. Boy, look at that big guy. I tell you what, Slaughter for the Pelicans. Very, very tall. I'm going to get a height. I think it's 6'4", somewhere up into there. It's going to be an incomplete pass. So we haven't seen him do too well in the passing department here this evening. The only pass hit was a short one for the Pelicans. And even the stadium announcer does not have number 5's. Oh, I apologize. It's the purple. It's the purple. Let me go ahead and take that one off. Thank you so much. I appreciate you noticing that. And we'll get that straight. And now we have Centerville 7 and the Homer Pelicans. Well, thank you, George. I appreciate you, buddy. So it is going to be third down and 8 now after that carry of thank you, Paula. We got it. Little delay from when I'm seeing you and I'm talking to you, but here we go. Looking to throw the football, now running with it. Centerville doing an excellent job defensively, and Kidd went down to the ground after a loss of about 6 yards. So that is going to make it third down and 14 overall this season, or at least against that in that Haynesville game. Third down hasn't been the Pelicans' friend this year. 4:52 left to play in this football game. Or not football, I apologize, in the first quarter. I'm trying to rush it along, Ben. Here we go. It's going to be Gilbo for the Centerville Bulldogs. That is going to let this one just roll inside the 45. Takes a nice roll, too. Down inside the 40, down to around the 39. Not a bad kick at all. Centerville will play first down and 10 from their own 39-yard line. What we'll do at halftime, we'll go ahead and let you just kind of watch everything, and we'll take a break at the half. There will be no halftime show. It's completely a different setup because we are doing this one video only. Our other crew, our full crew over in Assumption, that one is on radio as well. Westgate Tigers and the Assumption Mustangs. We've got the Centerville Bulldogs and the Homer Pelicans. Gunner carries it up to around the 43-yard line before he's taken down there. That's a gain of about 4. Nice gain there. You know, you get 4 yards a pop. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Gunner coming out of the game now. Or that was Jacavian Jones, actually. I guess if I would look at the right roster, that might help a little bit. Draven Gilbo coming out of the game. And they'll give, and just as quick as Travis Billot, and he's going to have enough for a first down fighting his way. And he's got a first down for the Bulldogs.
The handoff from Gaspar. And that's going to be another Centerville Bulldogs.
I love this announcer. As he says, that's going to be another first down. He gets into it, too. You got to love that. So it is a first down. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs from the 40, just inside the 47 of the Pelicans. .3:14 left in this first quarter. Here's the give. Still making his way down the field inside the 30. That was Draven Gilbo, 6'3", 250-pound senior. And he just pounded his way through and got another Bulldog first down. And the Bulldogs pretty much just doing what they want to do right now. As they come up to the line on first down and 10. Do the Bulldogs. You're going to see a lot of misdirection and out of that wing. And that was Frederick on that carry. No gain, so we'll call it second down and 10. Pretty much, this is going to be 4-down territory. I think everyone knows it. Even if it's going to be fourth down, the Centerville Bulldogs are going to go for it. I love what they did on that last drive because of the fact that they had been running the football, and they just went ahead over the middle, and that caught the Pelicans off guard, and it caught them off enough to get a Centerville Bulldog touchdown. Here's the give. Again, this is going to be Gunner inside the 20. He'll make his way down to around the 18-yard line. That's a gain of 12, and that's enough for a Centerville first down. As we approach the 1 minute, 30-second mark of the first quarter. This quarter moving very fast, and we see that in games, especially when you're looking at Centerville. They lead this as far as time of possession here in the first quarter, and they run a lot, so you're going to see that clock move a lot. And here is Frederick into the end zone for the score from 18 yards out. And I'm going to get this one right, folks. It is now 13-0. The Centerville Bulldogs over the Homer Pelicans here with 57 seconds left to play in the first quarter. That was just a great run by Frederick. He got the football, took off, couldn't be caught, and went right on in for the score. Here's Gilbo to try for the extra point. We're going to have flags and whistles. It's going to be offside, so this will make it a little bit easier for Gilbo. We saw him in that first extra point kick, and he didn't seem to have a problem getting it in on that one, so just about expect him not to have a problem here with this one. Gilbo's going to try. It's Gaspar to hold. Here's the hold. The kick is on its way, and, well, it's good. So we have got now 57 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. The Bulldogs lead at 14-0 over the Homer Pelicans. High school football on the KQKI Digital Video Network. welcome back here to Centerville, everyone. As the Centerville Bulldogs are set to kick this one away from their own 40-yard line after that run by Frederick. And the extra point gave them a 14-0 lead here in the first. Here's the return across the 30. He's got some room. And we're seeing those wheels now. 30 now inside the 25. He'll step out of bounds at about the 26-yard line, but what a return by Star Thomas for the Homer Pelicans. Puts them in great shape here with 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And he just got away, and we had spoke about that young man, and he showed it right there, what he can do, but a great job by the special teams to go ahead and kind of cut him off at the sidelines, and from there he just stepped out of bounds. But they still get excellent field position at about the 26-yard line. Do the Homer Pelicans. 14-0 our score here late in the first quarter. It's going to be Grant that takes it. And Montavious Grant gets it down to about the 36, may have gained about a half a yard. They'll go ahead and give him, yeah, they will go ahead and give him one. Want to welcome in everyone watching, as that may have been the last play of this first quarter. Nope, they'll give one off. Here's Thomas. Thomas has got some room, and he is going to make it into the end zone for the Pelicans. That was a 26-yard run by Smart Thomas, and that puts the Pelicans on the scoreboard here as time ran out in the first quarter. He can cut now. He can move. A lot of times you'll see him, we've watched him on film, he'll go ahead and start to hit the middle, then bounce it to the outside. That time he just cut it up. Went to the outside a little bit, cut it up the field, and he was gone. It's going to be Thomas, and this kick is up. And he can kick the football too, ladies and gentlemen. So he is quite the athlete. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout. Our score here at the end of one. It's the Centerville Bulldogs 14 and the Homer Pelicans 7. It's high school football on the KQKI Digital Video Network. Welcome back here to Centerville, Louisiana, ladies and gentlemen. As we would like to mention, the LHSAA thanks the All-State Sugar Bowl for title sponsorship for the Louisiana High School Athletic Association State Championship. And welcome back here to Centerville. 14-7 our score. The Bulldogs, they lead the Pelicans. But that was a nice short drive put on by the Pelicans. As Thomas with a great return. And here's Centerville. They're going to fall on it. That was something they were looking at each other, I believe, and then just said, wait a second, we've got to get on this football. And that does happen sometimes, folks. You have to remember Centerville has had 2 weeks off, too, as we begin this second quarter here. Go ahead and change that. It will be first down and 10 for Centerville. So, I mean, we have to remember, it's been 2 weeks. They had that bye week. So we were kind of wondering, okay, are they going to be a little rusty or whatnot? And although they've looked very good, though, I will say. Centerville running the football on the carry for the Bulldogs was Gilbo, Draven Gilbo. And I don't believe he got anything. And that is going to bring up a second down and 10. So second down and 10 for Centerville. As they have it just inside the 20 at about the 19-yard line. I think we're going to, nope. And, we're going to have a face mask. That is going to be a flag. You can see that one clearly from up here. On the carry was Tyler Gunner. And Gunner picked up about at least 10 yards, but they're going to add on the face mask as well. He picked up 12. Either way, this is going to be a first down. That was a nice run by Gunner, who not only leads the Centerville team with rushing yards per game, but also total yards per game. 11 minutes left to play here in the first half. 14-7 our score. And it is first down and 10 from the 44 Centerville for the Bulldogs. It's going to be interesting to see what Centerville does on this drive. Got it out of the wing, they'll give. Oh, yeah, he's going to have some room again if he can cut it back. He managed to. Great job defensively, though. You got to give it to the Pelicans. On that carry, Gilbo looked like he was going to get more than that, but the Pelicans did an excellent job just kind of surrounding that football and bringing Gilbo down. But another nice run by that young man, picks up 4, makes it now second down and 6. And, folks, this is what Centerville does. They run the football. You'll get a pass every now and again, but this is their offense. This is what they do. A very good 118. And here's the give again. I think that wasn't Gilbo. That was Frederick. So Marty Frederick, the 5'8", 175-pound junior for the Bulldogs, gets a gain of about 2. So that makes it now third down and 4 for the Bulldogs. I want to thank everyone for watching on the KQKI Digital Video Network. I want to thank the Louisiana High School Athletic Association as well. We are actually linked from their app. So no matter how you're watching, as long as you're watching. Here's the pass, and that's going to be incomplete. Gosmeyer just nearly beat his face mask in because he was just upset because his receiver was open, and I think that was Gunner. But Gosmeyer just couldn't quite get it there. That brings up a fourth down, and now we will see the first punt of the evening from the Centerville Bulldogs as Gosmeyer makes his way to the sidelines. He is not happy with himself at all on that one, and you could tell he was not happy. .05 left to play here in the first half. Gilbo, Draven Gilbo. Oh, they're gonna fake it, and they're gonna get it. They get more. 30, 20, 10, 5 touchdown. Centerville Bulldogs. On the fake was Tyler gunner, you guessed it. And he goes for 50 yards on the fake for the Bulldogs. And they tack on another 6. And it's now 20-7 with 8:52 left to play here in the first half. They'll try for the extra point here. It's going to be Gospire to hold. It's going to be Trevin Gilbo. Try for the extra point. It's on its way. And it is good. So they'll add another point to that one. And we are going to go ahead and take a timeout. We've got 8:52 left to play here in the first half. It's the Bulldogs 21 and the Pelicans 7. It's high school football. The KQKI Digital Video Network. Welcome back here to Centerville, Louisiana. Brian Prodich along with Benjamin Prodich. He is manning the camera. And we kind of had to go short crew somewhat this week. But I think we're doing okay, huh, Ben? We're doing all right. Here's the kick by Centerville. It's going to be picked up at the 21. That's Thomas again. And guess what, folks? Across midfield, 30 and out of bounds at around the 26-yard line. Another great return by Thomas, and that puts the Pelicans in great field position once again here with 8:40 left to play in this first half. I want to say hello to Joe watching in, Paula as well, and Amber. Everyone is watching, whether it's on Facebook, Roku, KQKI.live, Amazon Fire TV. It just doesn't matter. We want to thank you for watching. Also keep in mind as well, we do have the Assumption game going on. Here's the fake. And on his way, pretty much untouched, into the end zone was Camontavious Grant, the 5'9", 170-pound senior. And that puts Homer on the board once again. And they now have 13. Just a great, it was a great fake. And Grant just was pretty much untouched all the way to the end zone. They'll try now for the extra point. It's going to be Star Thomas. I think I keep saying Smart. I apologize for that. Here's the kick, and that is going to be no good. So we'll go ahead and take a timeout. We got 8.5 minutes left to play here in the first half. It's the Bulldogs 21, the Homer Pelicans 13. It's high school football on the KQKI Digital Video Network. Back here to Centerville, everyone. Centerville, Louisiana. Homer taking the very long trip down here to South Louisiana to play some football, and they did come to play so far here in the first half. We've seen that. Your Coca-Cola bottlers of Louisiana are proud sponsors of all state championship and all-star events. Coca-Cola, open happiness. As Centerville Bulldogs on that return, that was, see if I can get I got a number, I'm just trying to get a name. Ezra Armstrong. He went down back at the 25, and that's where Centerville will play. Now, the one thing that Centerville has to do right here, or they can't do, is hang their heads, because this is only the second quarter here. So they just have to keep doing what they're doing. And, of course, when you look on the Pelican side as well, they have to keep doing what they're doing and cut back on those mistakes that they were kind of making early on. And, well, here's one right here. I think we're going to have it offsides, and pretty sure, yep. And so that is going to make it now first down and 5.
Offside against the Pelicans.
8:22 left to play here in the first half. This has been a great first half, folks. Hope you are enjoying it. Want to say hello to John. Angela says Bulldog Nation. Paula says she's proud of the Bulldogs and keep it up. Make your comments. I love to see those comments. Here's the give, and that is going to be to Gilbo, and Gilbo will have enough for first down after a gain of about 7 yards on that carry. I'm not sure if you can hear the announcer in the back, but I kind of just stop and let that one come through if I can, to let you be able to hear. I don't get to do too many games here in Centerville. Usually it's Brady's crew. We call it the Borel crew, and we call it the Produce crew, and usually the Borel crew is on this end. And clock running, 7:52. Oh, hit very hard on the ground. That was a nice job there. Gunner, it's almost like he hit a wall and then went down, but still a nice carry. Gain of about 4, and I'm sure Centerville doesn't mind that at all. They'll take that every play. So it is a 2nd and long 6 for the Bulldogs. Things going by pretty quick, Ben, as we are just 40 minutes into it. And we are already halfway through pretty much the second quarter. Bulldogs, they're in that wing. They're going to give. And Billot makes it down or up to about the 44-yard line. As John Watts. It was Watts along with, let's see, number 54. There's 2 number 54s. It was either Alfred or Windsor.
Alfred was the same as last year.
And that was, I want to thank the Homer coach too. He helped me out on that one. That was Windsor getting in there defensively. Homer defense actually not doing a terrible job. And he's not going to get the first down. Trying to see who got the carry. It all happened so fast. We'll have to wait and see. And that was Frederick on the carry. Oh, they're going to say he got the first down. It appeared that he might have been a little short, but there was enough effort there, and Frederick doing an excellent job. Of getting that first down. We are now just under 6 minutes left to play here in the first half. Bulldogs out of the wing. Bobbling the ball, but getting it. He's got some room as well. Well, that carry was Travis Billot. That was Windsor again in on the tackle, along with Davian Webb for the Pelicans. So that is another first down. Moves the sticks. And we are now going to see Travis Billock come out of the game. And going into the game for the Centerville Bulldogs, Draven Gilbo. So you can have Gunner on the near side of the wing, Gilbo on the far side of the wing. They'll give to Gunner. Gunner rounding that corner, and he's got a good 6 yards on the carry. Make it, about 6 yards, so that is going to bring up about 2nd and 4. .444 left to play here in the first half.
Second and about 4 for Centerville.
As the Bulldogs come to the line on 2nd and 4. Here's the give. That's Gilbo. Gilbo. He's got some room inside the 20. Now out of bounds at about the. See where they spot him. I don't see an official. Oh, there we go. Now I see an official. But I don't know what's going on exactly. I didn't see the flag, but evidently there was one. And it's going to be holding against the Bulldogs, so that play is not going to count. It's going to remain 2nd down and back them up from the spot of the foul, so it'll back them up to about the 46-yard line. That's a big penalty right there. And it now makes it 2nd down and 15 instead of what would have been a first down for the Bulldogs. Here's the pass. This is going to be intercepted by the Pelicans, and on the return up to the 45. Oh, goodness. Here we go. That is Davian Webb. Still has it at the 25. Then he backs on up to about the 28-yard line, and that's a huge play for the Pelicans. Here with 3:33 left to play in the first half. The Pelicans have an excellent field position now at the 20, looks like the 28-yard line. That was just an athletic and nice return, folks. Gosspire just threw the ball a little short. And now it's going to be Thomas. Thomas, that's going to be a face mask down to around the 11-yard line. That's enough for a first down. Plus they'll get the face mask. And Homer's going to be in pretty good shape right here with the first down and probably goal. Let's see. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a face mask. You saw Thomas's neck kind of jerk back, and they are going to call personal foul face mask against the Bulldogs. These were the mistakes that the Bulldogs just couldn't make tonight. And the question is, does it go back to having that 2 weeks off, that bye in the first round? And the Pelicans didn't. So it's first down and goal for the Pelicans. 3:24 left to play here in the first half. Out of the shotgun. Now they'll give, and Thomas is going to pretty much just walk into the end zone for the score. Let's see if Homer's going to go for 2 or if they're going to go for 1. This will be an interesting call. .310 left to play here in the first half. 21-19 our score. Homer's going to go for two. They'll give. That's going to be to Thomas. And he's in for the 2-point conversion. So there you have it. We've got 3:10 left to play here in the first half. Our score all tied up, 21 all. Homer Pelicans, Centerville Bulldogs. It's high school football. KQKI Digital Video Network. Welcome back here to Centerville, everyone. We're all tied up. 21, 3:10 left to play here in the first half. Baden Sports is the maker of the finest athletic balls on earth. No matter what your sport is, trust your game ball to Baden. Authentic, innovative, Baden shares your passion for a better game. Here's the return by the Bulldogs, and they'll have it first down and 10 from their own 34-yard line. You've got 3 minutes and 1 second left here in the first half. So we'll have to see how the Bulldogs are going to come back and answer this, whether or not they will. It's going to be very interesting. So Coach Millett is going to have a lot to say at the half, but Bulldogs have it. Gunner's got it, and he'll pick up another 4 yards, or make it 5, it looks like. So that's a very nice second down and 5 now for the Bulldogs. And you have to like the way the Bulldogs get into those manageable, if they do get third downs, they're pretty manageable second downs. I mean, this is about as good as it gets, because you can pretty much decide what you want to do. If you want to pass it, you can. And here's the reverse. This is going to go to Billot. That was Gunner that got it. Gave it to Billot. Billot got enough for a first down. Clock continues to run. 2:04 left to play here in the first half. You would have to think, I believe Centerville has all 3 of their timeouts, I believe. Not exactly sure, but it is first down. First down and 10 from their own 46. And this is going to be Billot again. Travis Billot will get about, looks like about 2 yards. So that brings up second down and 8 for the Bulldogs. Clock, now they'll take a timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here, as we have 1:26 left to play here in the first half, all tied up 21 all, the Centerville Bulldogs and the Homer Pelicans. Remember, you can download the LHSAA mobile app, LHSAA Live. Follow your favorite teams and schools for live scoring and news. Don't miss out on the latest news and info. Also want to welcome in Dudley DeBosier, the official injury lawyers of the Louisiana High School Athletic Association. Folks, we want to welcome in everyone and thank you for watching our game, whether it's on Facebook or whether it's at KQKI.live or on Amazon Fire TV or Roku. We just want to welcome everyone in here this evening. As the Bulldogs come back after that timeout, 1:26 left to play here in this first half. They'll throw near side, and that was batted down. It was intended for Traven Gilbo. Let's see who got that one. That was number 15, Lorenzo Windsor. 6 foot, 155-pound junior for the Pelicans. He batted it, got his paw in there and knocked it down, and that's what you're supposed to do. So that brings up a 3rd down and 8 for the Bulldogs. As it's going to be Gunner, and Gunner spun around, manages to keep his balance, but he's taken down in the backfield, and the Pelicans just stormed in, and that is going to be a loss of about 5 yards. We've got, I believe, a timeout with 1:07. We'll have to see. That's going to be a loss of 5. Let's see who took this timeout. Oh, that's interesting. Pelicans take a timeout. So they're wanting to leave some time on this clock so they can give it a whirl. And it's 3rd down. Is it 3rd or 4th? It's going to be 4th. I thought so. We had switched it on hours, but they left it. 4th down, about 13. Minute 15 left. Are we going to see the Bulldogs punt here? And I think we are, because we see Gaspar coming off of the field. Whoever wins this game will go to Oak Grove. And I guarantee you it would be a shorter trip for the Pelicans. But the Bulldogs would not mind making that trip. They're going to have to get things going, as they'll punt this. It's going to be Gilbo back around his own 30-yard line. The receive is going to be, guess who, Thomas. And I think we're going to have a flag, and running into the kicker. Well, this will be roughing the punter. So that is going to give a 1st down to the Centerville Bulldogs, and that is something that the Pelicans did not want to do. That was a mistake right there that they ball back. Now the Centerville Bulldogs will have a 1st down and 10. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. I want to tell you, Ben, you're doing a great job tonight. This is one of the few times I get to stand right beside him and call a football game. He's working this camera, and I think he's doing a pretty good job myself. And when it just, folks, I usually don't talk this much, but because I am up here doing the game, the rest of the crew is over in Assumption. It's kind of awkward for me because I just feel like I'm talking a lot. But I guess I have to, right, Ben? See, he's not talking hardly at all. Well, that was just the 5-yard variety. Oh, and this is going to be a bad punt. It's going to be taken in, however, by the Pelicans. Still on his feet, still running. Oh, goodness, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. And that was Webb that just fought. And what a turn of events we have had here in this 2nd quarter. Oh, goodness. That was just fight by that young man. He wanted it more, and he got it. I thought that was going to be I thought that penalty was going to give them a 1st down, but it didn't. So they wind up having to punt. And, well, that's what happened. They'll go for 2, and Thomas isn't going to make it this time. So we'll go ahead, take a timeout. Our score here, 45 seconds left to play in this 1st half. It's Homer 27, Centerville 21, high school football on the KQKI Digital Video Network. back here to Centerville, everyone. 45 seconds left to play. That was a kickoff return for a touchdown by the Pelicans to Keldrick Webb, the sophomore. They return that. This is going to hit a Centerville player, but very smart move. Just fell down. Let's see who that was. That was Cameron Jones, the freshman. Or, pardon me, that's on. I'll have to flip this one over. That was Trevor Johnson, the senior for the Bulldogs. Smart enough. He was hit with it, got after it, got on it. And with 45 seconds left to play here in the first half, Centerville Bulldogs are going to go to work. I want to welcome everyone in. And a loss of about 2. That was Gilbo on the carry. And the Pelicans have managed to stop this wing offense here they've done a much better job here in the second quarter, I should say, have the Pelicans against this Centerville offense. As they're hurrying up to the line, folks, we have 5 seconds. 4, 3. They get it off, and that is going to do it for the first half. So that was the last play of the first half. Here in Centerville, our score, the Homer Pelicans, they lead it by a score of 27-21. Well, in the pregame, I said that the Centerville Bulldogs, they were going to have to stop number 4, Smart Thomas. Or not Smart Thomas. I don't know why I keep wanting to call that young man smart. I mean, I'm sure he is smart. But Star Thomas. They were going to have to stop Star Thomas, and they really haven't been able to do that in the first half. More so in the second quarter. And that has hurt the Bulldogs somewhat. The mistakes have also hurt the Bulldogs here in the first half. But this game's not over with. This game's not over with at all, as the Centerville will go into here at the half, and I'm sure that Millett is going to say, hey, we did some good things. I mean, they put 21 points up in the first half. But they're going to have to stop making the mistakes here in the second half. If they can do that, they'll be going on. They'll be punching a ticket on the bus up to Oak Grove. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank the LHSAA for allowing us to broadcast this game here tonight. And also Pepware. It's the official merchandiser of the Louisiana High School Athletic Association. Get your official Louisiana High School Athletic Association state championship merchandise at shop.lhsaa.org. Also, ISC is an industrial electrical instrumentation and controls company offering engineering, construction, and maintenance services. To learn more about ISC, visit www.iscgrp.com. And we're going to go ahead and let you watch the halftime here in Centerville. Our score at the half, 27-21. Homer Pelicans, they lead the Centerville Bulldogs. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the half, about to get the third quarter underway. Our score 21-27. The Centerville Bulldogs, they trail the Homer Pelicans. And I'm going to tell you something. If you ever have a chance to get down here to Centerville, do so. Make the trip. The food is excellent, and the mouth is on fire. Food is excellent. There we go. South Louisiana, you got to love it, right? It is, or we are about to get this second half underway here as the Homer Pelicans, they'll be kicking off to the Centerville Bulldogs. The Bulldogs, they got, I'm trying to see who that is back there. That's going to be Ezra Armstrong. It's going to be deep, just inside of his 15. And the kick for the Pelicans is going to be Camontavious Grant, senior. And here's the kick. Taking in at about the 5 and still on his feet. 15. Oh! Taken down hard. That was Armstrong. Ezra Armstrong on the return. Returns it right at about 11 yards on the return. So it's first down and 10 for the Centerville Bulldogs from their own 16-yard line. I want to welcome everyone in. Thank you so much for watching. 21-7 the score over in Assumption. Westgate leading that football game. Our score here, it's 21-27. The Homer Pelicans are leading this ball game. And what's the thing about it is, seeds, to me, really, they do mean some, but not everything. Both of the seeds that are ahead in both of these games are leading. But we'll have to see. Centerville's got the football. Let's see what they can do here in the second half and whether or not they can make their way up to Oak Grove. That was a gain of about 8 yards, so it brings up second down and 2 for the Bulldogs. They got it. Second down from their own 24-yard line. We have just begun this third quarter. Here's the give. That is going to be to Gunner, and Gunner spins his way up to around the 37, and that's very close to a first down. I think they're going to give it to him, and they do. So that is a first down. And Centerville looks like they want to kind of get the motor cranking here. .45 left to play here in this third quarter. And jalapenos are hot. Of course, I knew that before. This is going to be, I think, Frederick, was it? Yeah. That was Frederick. Gain of about 12 yards up to the 39. He picks up a first down there. And the Homer Pelicans, they were looking strong at the end of that second half. Defensively, special teams-wise, let's see how they come out in the second half. And let's see what adjustments the Centerville Bulldogs have made. So it's first down and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Here's the give. That is going to be to Gilbo. And Gilbo puts his helmet down and, yeah, we're going to have a flag. You just can't do that. I understand football is a game of emotion. 44-yard line is where he was knocked out. But you cannot taunt. You just can't do it. And that is a mistake that is going to cost the Centerville Bulldogs 15 yards. for unsportsmanlike conduct. And I'm sure Millet is not going to like that one at all. You could tell by the body language of Gilbo coming to the sideline. He did not want to have to deal with Millet on that one. And I'm sorry, folks, the crowd can boo as much as they want, but you just can't. You just can't do that. The officials have to control that kind of conduct, or else games can get out of hand, whether it's the Pelicans or the Bulldogs. So it's now going to make it 2nd down and 19. For Centerville Bulldogs. Let's see what they can do. That is going to be Frederick, and he's going to get back about 8 yards. And that's going to bring up now 3rd down and 11 for the Centerville Bulldogs. Make it 12 as they gave him 7 yards on that one. 9:21 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. 21-27 our score. I want to thank everyone for joining us. Also want to thank the Louisiana High School Athletic Association, Kate over there, for working with us pretty much all week long. Here's the give. That's Gilbo, and he's cutting back inside. He's got a 1st down to around the 45-yard line. So Gilbo makes a mistake, but he comes back in and he makes up for it. Great job by that young man. That's a great run and a 1st down. As Gilbo ran it down to the 45-yard line, and that's where the Centerville Bulldogs play 1st down and 10. As the Bulldogs come back up to the line, 8:25 left to play here in this 3rd quarter. Fast-moving 3rd quarter. Here's Gunner. He's got some room, and he is going to get a 1st down to around the 34-yard line. Make it the 35, but it's a 1st down either way for the Bulldogs. As we are just under 8 minutes left to play here in this 3rd quarter. Gaspard looking to the sidelines. You've got Dylan Mitchell, who's going to bring in that play, and they'll head on to the line of scrimmage. On 1st down and 10, ball spotted at the 35 of the Pelicans. Gilbo's got it, trying to round the corner. Stiff arm, and he's out of bounds. Well, they're going to say he stayed in bounds at about the 25, very close to a 1st down. Here with 7.5 minutes left to play in this 3rd quarter. All right, we got a flag, and I don't know who this is going to go. I would imagine it's going to be the Pelicans. It came from the back judge, so I'm not exactly sure. I didn't see anything, but of course we're not looking in that direction. Back judge threw the flag. Too early for any type of, I don't know. Let's see what the referee's going to say. Dead ball and sportsmanlike, and that's going to go against the Pelicans. So the Pelicans, and that's what I'm talking about. So they're going to decline that. If it was a dead ball foul, shouldn't it be tacked on to the end of the play? If that's a dead ball foul, that should be tacked on to the end of the play. Oh, okay. It was on both teams. There we go. I didn't see the call the other way. But that's what I was saying a little bit earlier. Football is a game of emotion, and the officials have to control it, and that's why you can see why they threw that flag, and then, Yeah, you're right, Paula. And want to welcome in Melody as well. And Mindy says awesome job to the CHS cheerleaders. So there you go. You want to say something? Just leave a comment. Appreciate everyone being here. Here is Frederick. If he can get away, he's got some room. He's got some fight. Let's see if he got the end zone. They're going to say he's just short by about a yard. Oh, goodness. That young man there. That young man fought his way all the way down to the 1 yard line. 6:45 left to play in the third. Clock continues to run. This is an excellent game here. First and goal. Centerville up to the line. Under center is Gaspar. Out of the wing, and it's going to be Frederick. Let's see if he got it. No, he's going to be just shy. Just shy of the goal line. So that brings up a second down and goal from about the 1 yard line. Apologize as I was taking a sip of water there. Or missed a pib. Oh, there's a fumble. And it's going to be picked up. Oh, goodness. And guess what, folks? Guess what? 96 yards for the score. That was Tekildrick, there we go, Webb. And apologize to anyone if I mispronounced that, but that was Webb on the return. A scoop and score for the Pelicans, and they are now up by a score of 33-21. And that's the mistakes. The defense thus far for the Pelicans, they've stepped up. I will say that. And here's they'll go for two. I don't think he's going to get it, so that's where it'll stop. 35. So we'll go ahead and keep it here. But we want to give a special thanks to the partners of the Louisiana High School Athletic Association, Regional Healthcare Network, Tulane Institute of Sports Medicine, and Louisiana Orthopedic Specialists. Also, a special thanks to FG, a member of Formosa Plastics Group, for sponsoring the Horizon Award, recognizing student athletes who exemplify leadership, academic, and civic traits that inspire others. I also want to congratulate my wife, who, speaking of that, exemplary, there we go. I said it the first time and I just couldn't get it out the second time. She will be graduating with her master's from Nicholls State University in a few weeks. So I just want to congratulate her on that. Go Colonels, that's our alma mater. And this one's going to be an offsides against the Homer Pelicans.
Back it up 5 yards. He'll kick off from the 35 this time. His own 35.
And we want to welcome you in, Daryl. Listen, information there, partner, but I want to welcome you in, brother. Sharon, want to welcome you in. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm just not good with names. Quintera, did I get that right? Want to welcome you in as well. Here's the kick and thrown down to the ground. That was Armstrong, but a great job there by the Homer Pelicans. Champ, Maltese champ. Freshman, 5'11", 191, in on that tackle. We now have 5 minutes left, and this is a heck of a ball game. 33-21 our score. Homer just came on in the second quarter. Yeah, and I agree with you, John. Watch the mistakes. The game's not over. You're right. It is now going to be second down after a gain maybe of about 1. We'll call it second down and 9. Where they headed first down and goal. And I want to welcome, is that Luis? Luis in. Go Pals up from North Louisiana. Welcome in. As we are bringing this game to you live here from the Bayous, South Louisiana. Here's Gilbo, and he'll be run out of bounds after a gain of about 9 yards. I don't believe he they'll call it a gain of about 7. So that's going to bring up now a third down and about 2 for the Centerville Bulldogs. As Gaspar waiting for this call to come in from Traven Gilbo. As we are stopped at 4 minutes, 13 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. And that is going to be enough for a first down. They'll give them the first down. Didn't gain much, but they got the first down. And we are now under 4 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Want to welcome in Ludd, too, who's watching. Coach. And here's the give. That's going to be to Gilbo. Gilbo spinning around. All folks, watch it. He's got it 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Inside the... Oh, he fumbles the football into the end zone. This is going to be a touchback. Oh, goodness. Let's see what the officials call. They called a touchback. The bean bags are on the ground. Yep, it's a touchback. And it's Pelicans football. Oh, man. 3:24 left to play. Let me say hello to Shamika. She's joining us. If I say your name wrong, I apologize. Just like to welcome everyone in, and glad you could watch us here. KQKI 95.3 FM. We are South Louisiana's music station, but we do a lot in the community, and this is one of the things we do. We're doing 2 games here tonight. We've done it all season long. Looking forward to working with the Louisiana High School Athletic Association next year to kind of expand this and make it a lot better. Here's the give. And the Homer Pelicans. Oh, was he down or did he fumble the football? I didn't see a beanbag, but it is going to be. I guess we had it away, and that goes back to Centerville. It is Centerville's football, and it was a fumble. Yep. I'd like to look at this because that was close. That was close to Oh, without the E. Okay. Pronounced like Waltez. Gotcha. I'm assuming that's it, Kimberly. Oh, I got it right. All right, Shanika. Oh, here goes Gilbo. And he's into the end zone for the score. And just like that, we've got a game, folks. It's 33-27. This is one heck of a ball game. I want to welcome in Henry as well. Henry has been watching us for years. I want to welcome him. Welcome him in. He's been both a fan and a critic. Yes, indeed, Henry, and I mean that in the best possible way. 2 minutes, 59 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. It's now 33-27. Here's the kick. It's on its way. It's up. And it is good. So we'll go ahead and take a timeout. Now, you won't hear any commercials, but we'll take a timeout. It's high school football on the KQKI Digital Video Network. Our score, 2:59 left to play in the third, 28-33. Centerville, they lead the Homer Pelicans. Welcome back here to Centerville. Our score, it's 33-28. The Pelicans, they lead Centerville Bulldogs. We got 2:59 left to play here in the third quarter. Welcome in, folks. I'm Brian Prodich, along with Benjamin Prodich. He's working the camera for us here tonight. I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants. I'm by myself tonight, but that's okay. Got the other guys over in Assumption Parish, the Assumption Westgate game. They'll kick this one, and it goes out of bounds. So it actually wasn't bad by the Pelicans because that was going out of bounds anyway. So they get great field position at the 48-yard line, and they'll play first down and 10 there. Always enjoy doing this game, especially when I get to do video only, because the thing I get to do is I kind of get to interact with everyone. And that's a lot of fun. Oh, it is? Okay. Gotcha. It's Gilbert, not Webb. I apologize for that because my roster just doesn't say that. Homer's got it. First down and 10 from their own 47-yard line. They'll give this Thomas. Thomas across midfield down to around the 47-yard line. Oh, yeah, Henry, you're right. He says, finally, no commercials. And let me see. You were saying that was Gilbert, not Webb, number 5, and I'm assuming that is okay. Well, here we go. 2:16 left to play here in the third quarter. Looking to throw. The Pelicans will do so. Oh, he had a man. He had a man open. That was Windsor. And he just overthrew him, did Grant. Montavious Grant just overthrew him. He was pretty much wide. I'm not going to say wide open, but he definitely could have gotten it to him. Not one of their strong points, however, the Pelicans. Let's see if they kind of get back into the running here. They lead 33-28, 2:06. Maybe they'll want to burn some time off the clock. We're going to have an ineligible man down the field. So that's going to back them up 5. It's going to make it second down and 5 or 10 now. for the Homer Pelicans. I like that name, though, everyone, the Pelicans. There you go. I like the Bulldogs, too. Hopefully I'm doing a good job of kind of keeping it in the middle tonight. 2:06 left to play here in the third. Second down and 10. Here's the give. That's Thomas. And Thomas bulldozes one of his own players. And he probably turned around and said, well, wait, what? I don't think he was ready for that, but he did cross midfield, gets it down to around the 49-yard line, brings up a third down and 6 for the Pels. Crowd getting into it, minute and a half left to play in this quarter. They'll go with they're going to call a timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here. They were going to throw that football, though. That's what it appeared. If not, they were going to draw it. Roma Picks is the official photographer of all Louisiana High School Athletic Association state championship events. Go to romapicks.com to purchase championship photos, and that is going to be during the state championship, which both of these teams are hoping that they can punch a ticket to. So it'll have to go through Oak Grove first. Also, the All-State Sugar Bowl is a proud sponsor of the Louisiana High School Athletic Association. For over 80 years, the Sugar Bowl has been preserving the past and ensuring the future of amateur sports in Louisiana. The Pelicans come back up to the line. This time, they're going to go 2 receivers to the far side, but they're going to be in. You got in the slot is Webb. Here's the give. That's Thomas. Folks, he could go. He could go. 20, 10, 5, and that is going to be a touchdown. And we've got a Centerville player down on the opposite side of the field. That is a touchdown for the Pelicans. And it is now 39-28 with 1:10 left in this third quarter. So we'll see. Hopefully that young man is okay. I don't know if we can kind of see what they're working on here. It almost looks like a shoulder maybe. Trying to see who that is, as well as you've got Coach Millett. You can see him to the right there. Go and check on that young man, and hopefully. This is the second round of the playoffs. Centerville had a bye last week. Hopefully that young man's going to be okay. You can see Coach Millett, he's out there checking on him. And while we are at a timeout, special thanks to Choice Hotels, the preferred hotels of the Louisiana High School Athletic Association. And also a special thanks to Acadian Ambulance for providing services for all high school playoff and championship events. Acadian Ambulance, knowing life matters. And we've got 1:10 left to play here in this third quarter. Tell you, that's one of the things that I mentioned. They have not been able to stop Thomas for the most part. And that was one of the keys to the game that Centerville had to do here tonight. With that being said, it's 39-28. And we got 1:10 left in the third quarter, so anything could happen. This has been a wild game somewhat. hopefully Xavier Webb is who was injured on that play. And that extra point is good. And with 1:10 left to play here in this third quarter, it's the Homer Pelicans 41, Centerville Bulldogs 28. High school football, 95.3 FM, KQKI. It's the KQKI Digital Video Network. Welcome back as the Homer Pelicans, they tee it up. Thomas on that long run, they get the extra point. And well, they lead now by a score of 40-28. Here's the kick. This is going to be returned by Armstrong across the 40. He'll get forward progress up to around the 41-yard line. And that's where the Centerville Bulldogs will take over. First down and 10 from their own 41. Want to welcome everyone in, whether you are in South Louisiana or North Louisiana. Want to thank the LHSAA. Our games were put as a link on their apps, on their live app, the LHSAA live app. So we want to thank them, and we're trying to really work with those, with that organization here. Next year we're going to be working with them a lot more. The Centerville Bulldogs lose. That was Gilbo on the carry, loss of about 5 yards, and that's going to bring up a second down and 15. And this defense now is really starting to kind of get to that front of the Centerville Bulldogs as we approach 30 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. (41-28) our score. Out of the wing. Here's up. If he can cut back in, and that was Gunner. Gunner, that was a nice run right there. Gain of about 9 yards. So it's going to make it now third down and 6, but it's manageable 6. And that is going to do it here for the third quarter. We are going to be headed into the fourth. Our score here at the end of 3 in Centerville, it's the Pelicans 41, Bulldogs 28. It's high school football on 95.3 FM, KQKI, the KQKI Digital Video Network. Live from Centerville, Bulldogs trail 28-41. You can hear this crowd. I'm not sure if you can or not, but they are stomping those feet, wanting their Centerville Bulldogs to get something done here. Here's Gilbo, and Gilbo is Spun around, but not, and taken down, but not before he gets a first down. Down to the 48-yard line. So that is going to be first down and 10 for the Bulldogs as we have just started this fourth quarter. A quarter which has begun with the Bulldogs trailing 41-28. Bulldogs trying to fight their way back, but they're going to have to start it right here. Here's Gunner, and Gunner still on his feet inside the 40, and he's got, or very close to a first down. It's going to depend where they spot it. I think he's going to be just a little shy. So that is going to make it a second down and 1. Second down and 1 for the Bulldogs. 11-16 left to play here in this ball game. Let's see what the Bulldogs to do here. Gunner, he's got a first down as he makes his way down to about the 45-yard line, and that was Patterson, the sophomore, an outside linebacker for the Pelicans with the stop. First down and 10 for Bulldogs. 35-yard line of the Pelicans. Well, you look at Windsor, and also you look at Chapman. Man, those are some pretty decent-sized guys. Here's Gunner again, and he is going to be stopped by Windsor along with, that was, Windsor and Windsor. And that is going to make it now second down and 2. So on second down and 2. And that is going to be a first down. (41-28). Our score here. I think this is, as much as I hate to say it, but it's the truth. This is somewhat of a shock if you're a Centerville fan, I believe. I think that would be safe to say. We are now at 9 minutes and 15 seconds left to play in this ball game. The Pelicans are 9 minutes away from going to Oak Grove. Here's the give. This is going to be Gunner. He tries to bounce it to the outside, and that went nowhere. Great job and pursuit by that Pelican defense. That included Ford along with, that was Watts, John Watts for the Homer Pelicans were over there, and there were more than that. But those were the only two numbers that I got. So that brings up second down and 10 after no gain on that play. If Centerville wants to get back into this ball game, they're going to have to do something. And this is going to be, let's see who that was. That was Travis Billot. Maybe a yard. You're starting to kind of hear some booing in the stands. I don't think the fans are liking the approach. Maybe they're thinking throw a pass or something, try to catch this defense off guard.
Hey, make sure Tavis knows what the tight end tackle.
Here we go.
Pass, pass, pass!
And they are going to throw a pass, and this is going to be intercepted in the end zone by the Pelicans. White tried to run it out. I don't know. Are they going to give him? I don't. Or can you not return it? Maybe you can't return it out of the end zone. This is high school. They're going to call that a touchback, and that is another turnover by the Centerville Bulldogs. And folks,
You didn't notice the guy on top of him? No, whenever you track him down, that guy on top of him.
oh really?
Yeah.
You got Millet out there. I think he's not, I don't know if he's not liking something, or was there a flag thrown or what?
There was no flag.
No flag, okay. Thank you, Ben.
You gotta get a push right here. Gotta get a push.
Sometimes these old eyes, well, they're getting older eyes, don't quite see everything the way it should. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Okay. Okay, they're going to say the Pelicans have it. Okay, so he was able to return it out of the end zone. Good night. I just figured when I saw the touchback that, okay, well, maybe you can. Well, hello, Debbie. I think Shamika's getting excited. She's posting times there until a win. You know, hats off to both of these teams. There's a timeout right now, but hats off to both of these teams. You look at the Bulldogs, great season, great program. It's been a short, but you know, it's a relatively still young program, still new program. I call it a new, but what, maybe 4 years in now, I believe. And someone can correct me if I'm wrong on that. But that's a young program, and they've managed to do things in those 4 years or so that a lot of programs didn't do in a decade. So hats off to the Bulldogs. Hats off to the Pelicans for coming in here tonight. And, you know, they came down here to South Louisiana ready to play some football, and they're playing it right now. The Centerville Bulldogs, what they cannot do is hang their head right now. They've got to try and get something positive to maybe score quick or so.
First and 10 Pelicans on about the 5-yard line of the Bulldogs. Rather on their own 5.
So they've got it now at the 5. And you're going to run this football. You pretty much know that. Thomas is going to get about 5 yards. They're going to try to run this clock down. So we're pretty much going to see all run from this point on. .6:39 now left to play here in this ball game. They're working out of the shotgun. They'll give. We have flags and whistles, and we're going to have a false start. So that's going to back them up. That should be, what, half the distance. So you're looking at about now. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it'll push them back 5. So it's going to be a 2nd down and 10. Just looking at the wrong spot there. I want to thank everyone for watching tonight. As we now approach, we have 6.5 minutes. Also want a special thanks to Gold Star Trophies, the official trophy provider of the Louisiana High School Athletic Association. As they'll get about 5 yards on that carry, brings up a 3rd down and about 5 for the Pelicans. Also get your state championship rings from Herff Jones, the state championship ring provider of the Louisiana High School Athletic Association. Third down and 5 for Homer. They're just wanting to run as much clock as they can. 5 minutes, 50 seconds. And let's see if he can turn the corner. He's going to have a first down and out of bounds at around, let's see, that was Montavious Grant for the Pels. He gets out of bounds at about the 30, or make it the 27-yard line or so, and that is going to give him first down. Clock stops with 5:38 left to play in this ball game, and it looks like the Pelicans are pretty much in control at this point. Yeah, Paula, you should be proud of the Bulldogs. Absolutely. And yep, Stacy, keep them heads held up high. Yeah. Oh, and Centerville's going to, or pardon me, Homer's going to fumble the football. There we go. So Centerville's got it. And this is why you got to keep those heads up high, because now they've got the football. And they got it first down to 10, 5:31 left to play here. They are down by 13. It's 41-28. It's a two-score game at this point. Folks, this could get very, very interesting. Do not go anywhere. Gunner's got it. He spins around inside the 15. Still on his feet. He's got the fight inside the 10, down to around the 9-yard line, and that is enough for a Centerville first down. And just when I said it looked like Homer had control, I mean, they're still up. Don't get me wrong. Folks, we still got 5 minutes, 10 seconds left to play in this ball game. Please do not go anywhere. Well, hello, Miss Dolores. Good evening to you, too. And hello, Caleb. So here we go, first down and goal. Here's the give, and that is going to be to Gunner, and he is going to be taken down at about the 2-yard line. So it's going to be second down and goal. There's a player down. I think that's a Centerville player. Yeah, sure is. Let's see. It looks like maybe an ankle, perhaps. Or I'm not sure. He's kind of, I think it's going to be an ankle. Yeah, that's what they're working on right now. 4:39 left to play here in this ball game. 41-28. This has been a great, great round 2 playoff game here in Centerville. Still a lot of football left to play. Hopefully that young man's okay. That is going to be, looks like number 58, I think. 58. Let's see. Cameron Maye. There we go. So hopefully that young man is okay. As he comes off to the sidelines, walking gingerly on that what appears to be that left ankle. They have, oh, it is 41. Thank you so much. I think I had, thank you, Tammy. And let's see, this is going to be, see what they have here. It looks like it's going to bring up third down, and it does. Trying to see, no gain on that. Or maybe, yeah, it might have gotten a yard. Maybe. It's kind of hard to see from this angle. So it looks like either the 1 or the 2. I think it's the 1. So it's 3rd down and goal, and Centerville's going to call a timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Yeah, I think I kept saying 41-28, but that didn't reflect on the scoreboard. Thank you guys so much. You guys and gals, I should say. 3:48 left to play in this ball game. Welcome in Dolores Stewart. We love you, dear. Ben and I are up here working this game tonight. What's been a very, very, very good game up to this point, I would consider. And it's so nice to see you got the Pelicans in here. And I'm going to be honest with you, everyone. We got Pelican fans in here. We got Centerville fans in here. And I haven't seen any mean things. I haven't seen, unless I missed something. But, you know, this day and age, when you look at Facebook, you look at everything that we've got that's going on and people just going after each other, this is great. And I appreciate it. Here's the give and into the end zone. Trying to see who got it. Was that Gunner? No, that was Frederick, wasn't it? Yeah, Marty Frederick. He got the score. And it's now 41-34 with 3:44 left to play in this ball game. This is a ball game right here. So we're just going to wait on the point after. 41-34 our score. It's going to be Gilbo. You're going to have Gospire to hold. Gilbo's going to be the kicker. Here's, they're going to fake it. They're going to go throw for 2, and it is going to be no good. And, I don't know what. And here we go. We're going to get it back together. Our score here, 3:44 left to play in this ball game. It's the Pelicans of Homer 41, Centerville Bulldogs 34. High school football with KQKI 95.3 FM, Digital Video Network. Welcome back here to Centerville, everyone. Our score 41-34. Centerville Bulldogs, they get the fumble and then they go in for the score. And this is going to be down at about the 49-yard line. So Homer will get it. Thank you so much, Ms. Dolores. 3:44. Left to play in this ball game. It's Homer's ball. They've got it. And I would imagine you're going to see a lot of running here. Try and burn some time off of this clock. 34-41. 7 points. That's the difference. Someone's going to Oak Grove. Will it be Centerville or will it be Homer? You don't know how bad I want to say Homer every time. Because we have Homer just to our east here. And saying Homer, it's taken me a little bit of time to adjust and get used to. Yeah. They come out, one receiver near side, one to the far out of the shotgun. They'll give. That is going to be Thomas. And Thomas will do that. He'll try to get in between the guard and the tackle, and then he'll try to bounce it either to one side or the other. Saw that a lot in film. That's going to be a loss of 1, second down and 11. And I'm sure Homer would really like here as we approach 3 minutes left to play in this ball game. Goodness, this is starting to get interesting. Here's the give, and we're going to have flags and whistles. I see all the purple and gold hearts, and I forget both of these teams are purple and gold, Ben. And that'll stop the clock, 2:50. Let's see what the flag was. It's probably going to be some illegal motion or something to that effect against the Pelicans. No, wait. Let's wait and see. Yeah, false start. So it's going to be a false start against the Pelicans. That'll back him up 5. He's marking off in the wrong spot to begin with. He marked it off in the wrong spot. I don't understand how the official couldn't look to the far side of the field. Okay. It actually should be at the 45. They got it at the 44. And it's now second down and it looks like 5. I was going to say 6. Wanted to come out, but it's second down. Pardon me, at 15. It was a 5-yard penalty. That's what happens when I have to work the scoreboard. I mean the down marker too. Or the down distance. Goodness. Yeah, Ben's laughing at me. That's okay. Here we go. Thomas on the carry. And he's going to get it back up. Gain of about 2, up to around the 48. Centerville's going to call that timeout. We now have 2:17 left to play. This is going to make it a 3rd and about 13. I think Centerville called that time. So Centerville calls the timeout. 41-34. We are down to 2 minutes, 17 seconds left to play in this ball game. This is Louisiana high school football here, folks. This is what it's about. We wait the Pelicans to come back onto the field. They make their way towards us. Clock is stopped. 2:17 left to play. It will start on the snap. 3rd down at 13 for the Pelicans. Let's see if they run it or throw it. I got a feeling they're going to run it, and they are. And Centerville was ready for it. Gain of about 2. They'll give them forward progress up to around the 50. That'll make it a 4th down and 11, and you've got to punt if you are the Pelicans. This is just a great game. I want to try to get you a score on that assumption game. Of course, y'all probably know better than I do, but let's see if we can. It is 27-6. Westgate over Assumption right now. That's in the 4th quarter. Thank you, Shamika. Helping me out with the clock right there. 2:17. Or it's 2:08 now. I have to remember when I look at the Facebook. There's a little bit of a delay. That's okay. We're just excited that we could bring this game to you tonight here on the KQKI Digital Video Network. KQKI 95.3 FM. They're airing the Assumption game. And looking to throw the football. Oh, goodness. He gets it and he catches it. Unbelievable. Oh, wow. Goodness gracious. Man, oh man. That was actually a pretty good throw. And great job of coming up with that football. And I didn't even get to see who caught it, and I apologize, folks. I was just kind of surprised that was thrown the way it was and then caught the way it was, because we haven't seen that all game. But if there was a time you were going to see it, that's a time, if you're a Pelican fan, that you wanted to see it. Here's the give. This is going to be Thomas, and Thomas, he will fight his way inside the 10 down to around the 8, out of bounds. Clock stops. Well, the clock should stop, I would think. He went out of bounds. They finally stop it with 1:11. And I'm trying to see on the replay. We do have, I couldn't even see on the replay who caught that. You can't see it, but I can actually. Oh, look, did you want it? Well, no, I can't show you now, Ben. I want to thank Benjamin Prodich, my son. He's been up here manning the camera, and he's all year long. He's done a great job. And Thomas, oh, was he across, or was that? That's going to be Centerville football. You have got to be kidding me. What a great defensive play. He wasn't across the goal line. That's what we're being told right now. The angle I'm at, I just couldn't quite see. Folks, we've got 1:01 left to play in this ball game. Centerville stops the Pelicans as they were going into the end zone. They've got it first down and 10 from the 2. They've got to go 98 yards with 1:01. Can Gospire and the Centerville Bulldogs do it? Unbelievable. And we're going to have a false start. Well, you're not going to get it started like that. The only good news is that it's only about a 1-yard penalty. So, and another thing that, well, if it's a false start, shouldn't there be 1:01? They took 3 seconds off of the clock. The clock should be 1:01. And his hand was hit as he threw the football. And let's see who that was. That was the big guys, I can tell you that. Chapman and trying to see that number. That's number 30. So you got Chapman, and you also have Patterson that got in there and got pressure on Gospire, which allowed for that throw, that poor throw. So second down and 11. We've got 53 seconds. It's 41-34 with 53 seconds left to play in this ball game. They're going to throw long, and this is going to be, oh, that was nearly intercepted by Webb, I believe. Let's see who it was getting up very, very slow. That's Armstrong. That was Armstrong is who it was intended for. Ezra Armstrong. On the coverage was Xavier Webb. He nearly got another pick here tonight. And we now have 47 seconds left, and it is third down and 11, and they might want to start thinking about getting the first down. at least getting the first down first. This is an exciting one. This is an exciting football game. 47 seconds left. Looking to throw, will do so. Oh, Gilbo tried to get that one, but just pulled back. And it is now going to be 4th and 11, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 41 seconds left to play. Everyone in the stands, they're on their feet. Everyone, just everyone. That's all I can say. They're on their feet right now. Whether you're a Bulldog fan or Pelican fan, both sides on their feet. 41-34. 41 seconds. It's 4th down and 11. This is the season for the Centerville Bulldogs. Gaspar under center. And we're going to have, I don't know if it was a timeout. I don't know what's going on. Delay of game. So it's a delay of game against the Centerville Bulldogs. That's pretty much, that doesn't really matter. I don't think they're even going to move the football because they can't. Here's Gaspar. Now rolling to his right. Will throw. It's going to be incomplete. Goodness, folks. In and out of the hands of Armstrong. And that's it. That's going to do it. That is pretty much going to do it. It's 41-34, 31 seconds left. All they have to do is kneel the football. That's it. What a game here in Centerville. What a game. My goodness. So the Pelicans just have to kneel the football, and then they're going to Oak Grove. Now this I'm not sure, sure why they would get in a shotgun here. I'm not exactly sure of that. Why you would risk possibly fumbling the football. Okay, there you go. I still wouldn't have done that, but hey, it worked. They got it. Congratulations to the Pelicans. That'll do it. Our final score here from Centerville. The Homer Pelicans 41, Centerville Bulldogs 34. We want to thank everyone for watching tonight. It's been a great football game. Hats off to the Centerville Bulldogs. Also, hats off to this Homer Pelican team. These two teams fought it out here, and I think this was somewhat of an upset because I don't believe that people thought that the Pelicans were going to come down here to South Louisiana and they were going to take care of business like they did tonight, but they did it. And hats off to them. Hats off to their coach. Hats off to Coach Millett for the program they've got here. This hosting a playoff game at home. I mean, it just doesn't get better than that on a Friday night here in South Louisiana. I want to thank everyone who joined us tonight. As we head on out, please be safe. There's going to be a little bit of rain tonight, so if you are going out or doing whatever you're doing on a Friday night, please be safe because we do have some rain that's going to be moving in. So just please use caution when driving. Once again, our final score here from Centerville, the Homer Pelicans 41, Centerville Bulldogs 34. You have been listening to High School Football on 95.3 FM, KQKI, the KQKI Digital Video Network. I'm Brian Produce along with Ben Produce. See you next year, folks.